Alright, what's going on, guys? So today this is a weekend service call, and right here what we got is a homeowner complaint to a loud noise in the air handler area. Now when I went up to this call, they already had the attic open and everything, which was pretty nice. And so I did not run the system since the homeowner already had pointed out where this issue was coming from. So right here you can just see me just getting ready to pull out that blower, because either I'm gonna have to replace the blower motor, or as you'll later on see and I find out that there is a blower wheel issue. So this is me pulling it out. I end up having to disconnect all these wires, undoing the thermostat wiring, undoing the I believe was air purifier wiring, and so it's a little bit tricky, but it had to be done. And always, and in most cases, you don't want to just rely on that door switch to keep the power off. There's also high voltage present and low voltage. So, you know, I mean, the door switch is right there. So it's best to, whenever you're going to pull something out, you just want to plug the pigtail from the outlet just as an extra precaution. And here you can see me pulling it out. Honestly, it was not in any bad condition, but you can see right here, definitely, and you let me know too, the blower wheel's definitely not aligned. I'm just going through here, and as you can see what I'm looking at right here, the blower wheel was not properly adjusted on the shaft of the motor. And right here I'm just confirming that if I just realign this blower wheel on the shaft, put it back in, run it, will it run or will it free spin? You can check out right there. This is an attic, obviously, and I just got a new bag too, so this is me in the attic here looking at everything. I'm just spending some time trying to realign this motor, and it's probably the hardest part that I had to do here in this call. And thankfully I am confirming whether or not this motor will need to be replaced or not.
Probably just came loose, honestly. Can't see. Okay, that's pretty on there. Test spin. Better. Hopefully it works. Connect. Voltage wiring, everything.
Yeah, so here I'm just confirming the free spin with the motor, making sure the shaft of the motor isn't damaged at all. And I go ahead and I put my camera right here on the bottom, free spin it. Yep. So now I am definitely confident on putting that blower motor back in and testing it. So what I did right here is I just grabbed the shaft, because I had to basically undo the set screw and realign the shaft flat surface with the blower wheel set screw entry. And after that I just went ahead and I put it back in, and I'm wiring everything back up, making sure I mount it properly back into the sliding positions. And after that, I'm ready to just put everything back up. And I'm just confirming with my hand there that I can freely spin it, and I know that it has enough depth on the bottom and on top to not be hitting the housing there. And I do have different types of Phillips and, you know, things to put these wires back in. But honestly, it's whatever's accessible in my bag. First thing I see, whatever is easiest to grab. So here I'm just, re-stripping the wires since I cut them off, took off the old wirings, because I was in a hurry, so I wanted to pull this thing out as quickly as possible, and I just had to just double check the wire configuration from here, and wire back in the thermostat wire, the condenser wire, and that air purifier wire, or it could be an air scrubber. I didn't check. I just had to make sure it was wired in how it was before. And yep. Right here again, I'm just double confirming the wiring, making sure, double checking, triple checking, because yep, need to. Honestly, I should have taken a picture here. I didn't want to, and that's just my personal opinion. Sometimes, you're just in a little bit of a rush that you just skip a step, and sometimes that step makes you take just a little bit longer when you're about to finish. So that's personal preference. If you take photos, that's fine. If you don't take photos and you figure it out, that's fine. And whatever you can do in your situation, because everybody works a little bit different. Some people follow the same steps, some people follow each other, and that's all right. The important thing is getting this blower motor wired back in, and taking my time to just remember what I did, and making sure when I turn it on, everything fires up. And shout out to Raycon. I got these over the ear, or not over the ear, but they are over the bone conduction in your ear, while I'm listening to music, jamming. So shout out to them. But anyways, yep, here I'm just trying to finish up what I can, making sure everything's nice and tight, and doing my best while listening to music. Definitely the best way to enjoy your solo service calls if there's no one's around you, and you can jam out, so that's always good. By the way, did I mention that it's hot in these attics? Jeesh. It did not hit as humid as it is right now in the month of July. This was back in probably late June, but July, man, over here in where I'm at, the humidity is killer. So yeah, man. And you can see here, I also forgot how to put in this door. I was trying to force it in, and as you can later on see, I was putting in the door backwards. It had to be the other way, facing in, and so I figured that out later on. But yep, here I'm just closing the door switch and making sure that when I put the door back in, everything fits. But yeah, it took me a while before I realized that, oh shoot, this door doesn't go in like this, it goes in the other way. Alright, so here you'll be able to see that I got the door on properly. Then I finished just blowing any debris out, making sure my workspace is clean. I personally don't like using all the screws when putting everything back together, but again, personal preference, that's just me. And anyways, surprise, the blower motor did end up running correctly and everything. I just didn't get a video of it, but yeah, man. Thankfully, I didn't have to replace the blower motor because it didn't need it, but thanks for watching.